Welcome, everyone, to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from live today. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Over Conley. Morris trying to free himself up. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. Outside Leonard takes the three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Gobert. Outside Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. At the elbow, Conley. Shot clock at 2. They get it again. Pass to McDaniels. Towns down low. Banked in off the glass.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
And here is Morris. Wasted no time on that one. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Clippers have possession. And Leonard has it in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Leonard's got 6 points. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
To the inside. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Russell Westbrook.
Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Conley feeling it out. To the paint. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
A different look for the Clippers. Timberwolves trailed by 8. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Yes, that goes in.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
Pass to Powell. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Left side, Anderson. Here's Noel. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it. Fouled on the shot. Picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Pass to Reed. Plumlee with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Timberwolves passing it around. 5 to shoot. Back to Anderson. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Pass to Powell. Plumlee with it. Inside. Lets the 3 fly. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So as we end the first quarter, already at double digit.
The Clippers, 20. Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Clippers. Gordon. Pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. To the wing right side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
The first one falls. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And here's Leonard from 3. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. Now McDaniels still looking for his first bucket in this one. He shoots again. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's George. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Down low, Towns. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
For 3, Covington. Shoots the 3. George, no good. Timberwolves trail by 12. To the middle. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Now Towns. Outside Edwards. Towns with it. He's covered by Leonard. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
Russell Westbrook.
And you can expect Westbrook to find an open shooter. He trusted him with the pass that time.
All right, everybody.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Make some noise.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to McDaniels. To the paint. There's the double team with Covington. Unloads from 13. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Clippers leading by 13. Powell with it.
2 minutes remaining.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Kyle Anderson. First
On
personal
defense,
foul.
Minnesota.
Second team foul.
Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. There's 1:54 left here in the second. Outside Edwards. Powell with the steal. It's Covington on the wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
McDaniels with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Down low. Clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Morris.
Marcus
Knocks
Morris
down the
Sr.
3 ball.
3 points.
And the Clippers lead by 16.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. Pass to Morris. Here's Mann. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves on offense. Here's Noel. Out to Edwards. Left side Anderson. Now Reed. He's guarded by Plumlee. Here's McDaniels. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. It's stolen by Edwards. Back to Reed. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Minnesota with it. They trail by 16. And there it is for them.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
That's the end of the first half.
And
With
so
the
it's
score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 15. The Clippers
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 14-point game.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing. Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And it's George missing. Timberwolves trail by 11. Pass to Gobert. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
From deep, George. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 7.
Paul George spotted up, spacing the floor, and cashes in.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Second personal foul.
Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
First free throw is good.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Westbrook. Outside for George. George missing again. Timberwolves trail by 10. Left side, Towns. Leonard with the steal. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. And that one, good. McDaniels got his first points of the game.
Yeah, the smaller defender there really not having a chance. That's where a big guy needs to rotate over and help.
Pass to George. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Both teams will make substitutions. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Stolen by Zubats. Here's George. Oh!
Assisted by.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
So both teams making some changes here. Timberwolves trail by 12. Conley with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Pass to Towns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Third team foul.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
And the Clippers making a change here. He doesn't get the second one. Los Angeles leading by 11.
2 minutes.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their stars.
Here's Highland. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Anderson outside. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And the dunk by Batum.
And a little slam dunk from Batum. That'll work.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 17. Pass to Reed. Gobert. Lays it up off the glass. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Norman Powell really knocking it down here and hurting this team from distance.
Rivers can't get it to go.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play.
This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. So the Pelicans win the tip. Pass to Valanciunas. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. And these are two high-flying teams, Grant. Loads of athleticism on the floor. What's it like to play in a game like this?
Oh, B.A., it is the best. It's so much fun. I mean, of course, here we're expecting lots of fast breaks, dunks, just in general, a lot of action. And, of course, the fans love these type of games. I can't wait.
Now here's McCollum. The three on target from range.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
Knocked away. Here they come with numbers in transition. And there's the rejection. 4-3. And it's Paul George with the three.
Well, the footwork to get into the catch-and-shoot game, the mechanics of Paul George are special.
Here's McCollum. Uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got 5 now.
And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
And C.J. McCollum getting more on-ball action after his move away from Portland, Grant.
And McCollum has shown that's where he's best. Great at breaking down defenders and setting up others. He looks very natural as the primary playmaker.
2 shots.
No good on that one. And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
McCollum's shot is off. George outside. Pass to Westbrook. Zubats high post. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive a defensive force as we have seen.
The ball's knocked loose. George with a steal. And Kawhi Leonard gets the 3. He's got 5.
Boy, the range of Kawhi's shooting just keeps getting deeper and deeper. He really stretches you out.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Westbrook with it. McCollum covering. George has the open look. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2
Pass to
minutes.
McCollum. From deep. Here's Williamson. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
The Pelicans trail. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Grant.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And here are the Clippers now. Batum outside. It's Covington on the wing. The Pelicans pull it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Mann. Back to Gordon. No good on the 3. Pass to Murphy. .43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Gordon. Up and in on the layup.
Boy, just good heads-up play by Batum. Spots the open man, but delivers it on time and on target.
Here's Alvarado. No good that time. Batum with the defensive effort. Back to Gordon. Up top, Batum. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. For 3. Gordon with another miss. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Nance. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Mason Plumlee.
What you respect about Larry Nance Jr. is his work ethic. This guy wants to keep getting better. He adds more and more elements to his game. He is such a fun player to watch.
He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's a...
Pelicans 12. The Clippers
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you think, guys?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ingram. Now Plumlee. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Clock at 6. Here's George. Here he goes. And the jam by George.
You know, Paul George with the absolute tight handle, able to navigate through traffic. That's ridiculous.
And there's the call on Mason Plumlee. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul. Clippers substitution. Ivica Zubac.
And here's Richardson. Powell with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got. And guys, he brings a lot to the table."
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Pass to Leonard. Back to George. Here's Highland. Now here's Zubac. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
The Clippers in the lead. George's shot is off. Ingram on the wing. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Here's Highland. No good with the triple. Here's New Orleans now. Pass to Williamson. And he makes it on the layup.
So dangerous inside. Williamson has a great feel for how to capitalize from there.
Now Powell. Good D by Richardson. For 3, McCollum. It's rebounded by Zubac.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Leonard for 3. Pass to Highland. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And here's McCollum. Looking to end this cold spell.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Here's Highland. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Just 3 to shoot. for three, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Pass to McCollum. Knocked loose. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
New Orleans.
Well, the instincts of Kawhi Leonard on the defensive end are so pure. Send it back Kawhi.
So both teams making some changes here. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Westbrook outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pass to Nance. And again, no good by New Orleans. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's... And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent, that's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
The shot's good.
Well, I think this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on, his ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Greg.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
Now here's Westbrook. George outside. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Leonard's got 7 points.
But Kawhi Leonard's strength through contact, one of the real problems you've got to deal with as a defender.
New Orleans calls timeout.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy moving forward.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. An area where the Pelicans squad performed well this past season was on the glass.
Yeah, defensively and offensively. Now, they know how important it is to secure those loose balls, and making it a priority helped them all season long.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. To the left side wing. Back to Gordon. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it.
Now into the lineup for your...
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. McCollum outside. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. Can't cash it in from close range.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Shot is good by Gordon.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Pass to Jones. Here's Daniels. Powell covers. From behind the arc. They get it back. The Clippers trail. Lets it go from deep. McCollum pulls it in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Westbrook. High post Plumlee. Back to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
2 minutes remaining.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
Substitution on the court.
To the middle. Here's Nance. No good. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. And here are the Clippers now. 4-point game. They grab their own miss. Pass to man. To the left wing. Here's Highland. And the layup is good. And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008, Grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. And when his shot gets going, you can be in trouble.
Basket counts. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
1 minute left in the third quarter. And here are the Pelicans now. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
And so here are the Clippers, trailing by 5. Leonard attacking. Good. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Here's Alvarado. Inside. Here's Murphy. Good D by Covington. Here are the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Well, the claw in complete command of the ball on the way up. Nicely done.
And he gets the bucket. He's got 5.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
George.
Assist goes to.
And George with the jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The Pelicans on top, up 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. New Orleans in the lead. Here's McCollum. Oh, and he nails it from the high post.
Yeah, the craftiness of McCollum. Smooth in that mid-range area.
George outside. Out to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Over Jones. Back to George. To tie it up. Knocks it down from distance. And it's a tie ball game.
Now, Paul George has been exceptionally consistent from three-point territory. That fluid shooting motion is something else.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
3 points.
Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
Yeah, that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Back to McCollum. Fires the three. Hits the trifecta. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
Back to Leonard. To the middle. Stolen. Ingram with the ball. And it's Leonard picking him up. Free throw line jumper. To the inside. Here's Williamson. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
The line for New Orleans, Zion Williamson. 2 shots.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line.
He missed a chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
George outside. The three.